Namaste, everyone. Welcome back. I am Ashley Turner. So happy to be here with you all. Today, we are diving into the second key to being a leader as a yoga teacher. I'm so grateful to be here with you. Please jump on, those of you that are live, and let me know that this microphone is working properly because there was some button on it. And I just want to make sure I clicked the right button. So when you jump on live, just if you could leave in the comments and let me know that the audio is working properly, I would really appreciate it. And the rest of you jumping on, tell me where you're from, who you are, if you're a yoga teacher, if you're a therapist, if you are a yoga student. Put your website up here so we can all follow each other. And those of you that are viewing this, just pop in the comments and let me know that this audio is working properly. All right, so the number 2 key to leadership as a yoga teacher. I am a huge advocate. You guys know if you've been following these videos, I'm a huge, huge advocate of yoga teachers building their businesses, building their careers, and therapists and wellness coaches, any kind of healers and light workers, but really helping you, number 1, develop the skills as a coach, as a teacher, as a therapist, the technical skills of your craft, specifically the psychological skills of your craft to excel as a leader. And number 2, to help you guys break through your mindsets, the patterns, the beliefs, the habits that you need to shift to create successful businesses, because you need to thrive. The world needs you to thrive. You deserve to be thriving so that you can reach more people, so that this incredible technology of yoga, meditation, psychology is reaching more people, helping more people elevate and improve the quality of their lives. So I'm very passionate about this. And yesterday's Facebook Live was all about effective leadership and the first key, which is self-awareness. And now we're going to move to the second key of leadership, or emotional intelligence, the second component of emotional intelligence, which is self-regulation. I'm going to start with a definition of leadership that I love. This is from David Foster Wallace. He's an American novelist and essayist. And he wrote this definition of leadership when he was on the campaign trail, the presidential campaign trail. So you might want to write this down, and we'll put it in the comments below, but I love, love, love this definition of leadership. We hear a lot about leadership trainings. It's sort of getting, it's like a really popular term, and leadership and entrepreneurs. And so I'm drilling this down for you because I also have a whole component of my Yoga Psyche Soul training. The 6th module, the last module of my training, is a business and leadership training. And the reason is very simple. When I went through my yoga teacher training, I did not get any business training or any training in how to be a leader, how to lead a team, how to lead in front of a room or in front of an auditorium, at a conference. And so I want to help give you guys these psychological tools and skills. So this is the definition that I'm working with. Effective leaders are individuals who help us overcome the limitations of our own selfishness, weakness, and fears. Effective leaders get us to do harder, better, and more important things than we can get ourselves to do on our own. To me, that's an exceptional definition of leadership, is how do you show up in the world, whether it's with your kids, your loved ones, your colleagues, your team at work, your students, your clients. How do you inspire, how do you motivate people to do harder, better, and more important things than they can do on their own? Again, some of that is going to be technical, psychological tools and the depths of the yoga practice, the yoga psychology. Some of that is going to be through asana, training their bodies, their strength and flexibility. Some of that is going to be through you modeling these attributes yourself. So we are diving into, this week is a mini course in leadership. And these are the 5 attributes of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence was a concept that was created, defined by a psychologist, Daniel Goleman, and he wrote a book on this in 1995. We went over the first component of emotional intelligence. You can watch that video right before this one. It's self-awareness. And today we're working on number 2, which is self-regulation. Self-regulation is controlling disruptive impulses, and thinking before acting. As leaders, we have to be able to sit in our center, know how to center and ground ourselves so that we can take the curveballs that life throws us moment to moment, but we don't react, we respond. That is emotional intelligence. Self-regulation includes being thoughtful, being trustworthy, being conscientious, being adaptable, flexible, and taking initiative. All of these are qualities that are developed in our asana practice and in our meditations. And so my theory for you right now is that yoga teachers, therapists, health coaches, wellness coaches, you all are uniquely positioned to succeed in business as an entrepreneur, because the skill set that you've already been developing in your vocation is actually the same skill set that's needed as a leader. You're developing emotional intelligence. You're already developing self-regulation. Self-regulation includes being comfortable with ambiguity. Carl Jung talks about the tension of the opposites and being able to sit in the tension of the opposites where we don't know what's coming. We don't know what it's going to look like. We don't know what the next step is. How do we self-regulate and self-soothe when that anxiety starts to bubble up so we don't just respond out of instinct or out of habit, but we can turn inward and cultivate our own wisdom. It's called Vidya, V-I-D-Y-A. I'm going to put this up here for you guys. And Vidya, try to give you guys a little Sanskrit as we go along. Vidya is wisdom, that we can stay centered, that we stay calm. This self-regulation is so crucial in leading your team. Once you start to build your business and you have maybe a virtual assistant or you have assistants in the room with you, you have clients that you're working with, this also comes into play when we are in the room, whether you're a therapist, a coach, a yoga teacher, and the psychodynamics start to come up, and our triggers get pushed, our buttons get pushed, right? When we're working with students or clients, maybe someone is. I have this sometimes where I'm working with a psychotherapy client that I might be envious of something in their life, and then my stuff is coming up, or they might remind me of how I was when I was 25 years old, and my stuff is coming up. Or they might be reminding me transference. They might be reminding me, you might have a yoga student that reminds you of your mother or reminds you of your ex-husband, and it's agitating for you. We have to learn how to self-regulate. That is our responsibility as a leader, no matter what field you're in, so that you can, I talk a lot in my training about running 2 tracks at the same time. You are aware of what's happening in the moment. You are able to attend to what's happening in the room, but you are also running another track of awareness where you are self-regulating, you're cultivating your self-awareness, you're noticing what comes up for you, you're processing your own stuff while you're in the room, while you're presenting and showing up as a professional. You're also able to monitor yourself and adapt accordingly. Self-regulation is crucial for you as a leader so that your shit is not running the show, right? You are able to step out of the way and show up professionally, very skillfully, no matter what is happening in your life. There will be times when you are going to be heartbroken. Your father, like my father, just got a cancer diagnosis. You're going through personal stuff at home, and it's difficult to show up professionally and skillfully. But we learn how to do that anyway. It's not dissociative and it's not repressing. We are still going to attend to our own material, but we do that separately while we're still able to show up fully in the seat of the teacher, the coach, or the therapist. So self-regulation breeds integrity. It means that we create an atmosphere of trust. We create an atmosphere of fairness. It reduces challenging behaviors, like amongst your team or amongst the class, or if you're on a retreat, inevitable or training, inevitable psychodynamics that are going to unfold, that you are able to manage these things. So your self-regulation and you cultivating your self-regulation, your own ability to soothe yourself, to process your own emotions is crucial. That's why ethically as a psychotherapist, we are taught to go to therapy. I'm on my way to therapy right now. I'm going to go to my therapist right now because we have to be taking care of our own stuff so that it doesn't get in the way of how we show up professionally. In fact, it enhances how we show up professionally because we're building those psychological, mental, emotional health skills inside, and then we can teach others how to do the same, and we're modeling that to them. So that's your tip for today, building your self-regulation. No doubt you're already well on the path to that. And I want to hear from you in the comments below. What is the number one thing that triggers you in your classes, in your work, with your students, your clients, your loved ones? What's the number one thing that triggers you where you get agitated, where you get what we would call fragmented in psychology? What's the tendency or the pattern that you notice that triggers you? Maybe it's people coming in late. Maybe it's people that have their cell phone by their mat. Maybe it's people that you think aren't trying hard enough. Maybe it's people that seem really insecure. What is it for you that is triggering? So put it in the comments below. Let's create an atmosphere and a community of real accountability and vulnerability. And I'm so honored to be here with you. For those of you that want to build more emotional intelligence and go deeper into this dive of mental emotional health skills, I have an upcoming meditation, mindfulness, and neuroscience teacher training. This is a live training, 5-day training, 50-hour meditation teacher training. It's in Venice, September. Oh gosh, I never have this date on the tip of my tongue. Let me go right over here. September 10th through the 14th, and you can check it out in the link below. You can also just go to yoga-psychology.co. It's also right here on the Facebook page. But my meditation teacher training, meditation and mindfulness teacher training, September 10th through the 14th in Venice. We have only a couple spots left. Check it out. It's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to see you guys on the other side. So tune in the rest for the rest of this series. We have 3 more videos going through the last 3 keys of emotional intelligence and how you can build them as a yoga teacher or a therapist, coach, student, anyone in your work to level up. Sending you so much love. Namaste.